Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, it is that time of the year. That's right, it's a new Hearthstone expansion. And we're going into the Great Dark Beyond, ooh, space travel. And we're actually going back in time, because one of my favourite decks, as I mentioned during the reveals, was Libram Paladin. And for this set, they have brought back a new modern twist on the Libram Paladin deck. They have the discounters. They are Interstellar cards, this time Interstellar Starslicer, which we're going to hopefully be able to tech out, because I think this is like the key card to discount your Librams. We're going to try and use this to discount our Librams as quickly as possible. I have a tech card in here, Instrument Tech, to draw them. I will say I'm running one other new card that I don't know if I would have put in the deck otherwise, Orbital Satellite. I'm pretty certain you could drop this and run another Instrument Tech, and it's probably the better choice, but new card, so I put it into the deck and dropped the Instrument Tech. But I think it's crucial that you get these as early as possible, otherwise the deck, I think, could fall over. Then, the other big discounter is Interstellar Wayfarer. This only discounts by 1 and is a 4-cost minion. I think this is the weaker of the two discounters. Starslicer can give you a 2 mana discount on your Librams. It's on a Battlecry and a Death Rattle. This is only a single one, but still, you're going to need to embrace this to get your Librams down to a very cheap price. Why do you want your Librams down to cheap prices? Well, the new modern Librams, they have effects depending on the cost of the card, typically being 0 cost. For example, Libram of Clarity is draw 2 minions. If the Libram costs 0, then they get +2/+1. That's all their stats. If you're playing your Interstellar Wayfarer then at a 6/3 instead, for 4 mana, that's not too bad, right? Libram of Faith, I think it's actually the one where you probably don't need to get the discount as much, but if you can get it down to 0 cost from 6, you're getting 3 3/3s with Divine Shield and Rush. That's pretty spicy. And I think the one that everyone is really hot for is Libram of Divinity. If you can get that thing down to 0 cost, it is a repeatable +3/+3 effect. And unlike the old Libram of the past, where it was on a Death Rattle to put it back into your hand, this one isn't a Death Rattle. If it gets stolen, it's fine. You still get the 3/3 spell back into your hand to play it again. I've then tried to give a little bit of a small nod to the past. Firstly, Yrel, Beacon of Hope is in here that can get me the old Librams. I mentioned the reveals, by the way, there are 4 old Librams, but apparently this can't ever find you the weapon. It will only ever find you the 3 Libram spells. I wish you just said that on the card, but hey-ho, that's fine. I've also put Liadrin in the deck. I don't think Liadrin is necessarily worth putting into this deck, but it could potentially get you a full hand of Librams of Divinities, and after you've played Yrel, maybe you can get some more of the older Librams as well. And then to top all of this off, I've got some light draenei package in the background because the Yrel and other of the cards in that archetype for the Librams are draenei. I've also got Lynessa in here so that I can get Shill to try and play some of these cheaper, because again, I don't have to necessarily discount these cards down to 0 with the Libram discounters. I can also use stuff like Holy Cowboy. I can use Shill, for example, to try and get these down to 0 and get their effect off early. And then also for some really big value plays, we can use Conman to copy a card I've played during the course of this game. Also worth noting, Lynessa, who is in this deck, very good when spells cost 2 or less, and the whole point of the Librams is to discount the spells to ideally 0, but, you know, if you get a Lynessa on the board and you've got the Libram at 1 instead, maybe you just send it. And that is fine. Anyway, let's roll. I think we are good to go. Now, I don't know what the state of the deck track is going to be in, by the way. Oh my god, it's working. It did push an update like 5 minutes after I launched the game. Now, I'm going to assume this is Fire Elemental Mage. If that is the case, we might want to keep this Holy Glowsticks, honestly, if that is the case. I might need some lifesteal, because I think decks could get under us. Liadrin, you're appearing a little bit too soon, my lady. I passed turn 1. Now, I will say as well, this isn't a deck that I'm playing necessarily because I think it's going to be a tier 1 deck. I don't think it will be a tier 1 deck. I think it's going to sit somewhere around this tier 2 region.
Reporting for duty.
I will say, them playing Synthesize suggests that it might be the old version of the deck. Because this is not a fire spell, therefore it would be burnt by the fire spell burner. I think we go instrument tech here. Yeah, I think we just get the weapon. The dream is that we have Interstellar up on 3. We didn't quite get it up on 3. What I can do next turn is 3 into 1, and I think I will because I'm very desperate for the tempo.
Limited time offer.
Okay. And then we could Holy Cowboy into Libram of Clarity, and then we can get the Liadrin chain going. I can even follow that up with a Glowstick as well, just to restore a little bit of health back again. Imagine a new expansion coming out and you just playing old Elemental Mage. Okay, sure. That's very frustrating as well, because I can't break my weapon as easily. Alright, we just have to do this. I'm gonna die otherwise. It's fine. It wasn't fine. We kind of need board presence. Honestly, that's a pretty good play for me. It might interrupt their turn of playing guys every turn. Speaking of which, we're gonna have to have a sad turn, I think. We might honestly just be dead.
In the great dark beyond, there is still light.
I am working.
Try and find some lifesteal, I suppose.
Are you not entertained?
Yrel would be a pretty big get, though. If I can get Yrel with Libram of Clarity, I might have to fish for that. Because then we could get the heal 8, put a Taunt Divine Shield in the way. The problem right now is I couldn't play it, because I've not done enough discounting yet. This is not very good. That is probably game. Yeah, the coins don't help me.
Beyond, there is still light.
Yeah.
Starlight,
okay.
guide me.
Honestly, fair enough.
An excellent plan.
I got off to way too slow a start there. I'm not meant to be such a slow value deck, which is kind of why I said the 4 mana Libram discounter is so painful. I need to be a little bit faster. We had a bit of a ropey start. To be honest with you, Liadrin should definitely not be in this deck, but I had to. It's the old card, right? Liadrin was such a big play in the old Libram deck. And clearly that's why she's been sat in the core set this entire year, doing absolutely nothing with no support.
Yrel versus the Lich King.
None shall escape.
Okay, we've drawn a 1-drop this time, and we've drawn
The
Yrel.
light heals all.
Do I want
wounds.
Yrel in particular? Possibly not. Actually, maybe I do want Yrel. the old Librams are pretty good. Sure, we'll keep Yrel.
The stars above shall light our way.
Alright, this is more like it. A little bit of early tempo. I think we do this. It's too good not to.
Runes guide me.
Into the unknown.
Like, I need this weapon to break ASAP. It's a shame because I would like the coin for this. What are you playing with a weapon in your deck? That's slightly alarming.
Ready for wrangling.
Runes guide me.
Job's done.
Alright, it's Highlander, isn't it? Isn't Highlander the only deck that's running the Crusher still? Oh my god, I can't break my weapon again. I'm getting Giga Trolled by my first 2 opponents, freezing my face. Ah! You swines. Okay, we'll take the stats on the Interstellar guy, I think. Or a 3-0, but I don't have a good play after that.
In the great dark beyond, there is still light.
I don't trade here. I should be the aggressor. I'm gonna get Quartzite crushed the entire game, aren't I? Okay, Yrel is coming out.
There is time for prayer and time for action.
I'm going to become the control deck for a second, because I'm slightly concerned about the location coming up and just destroying me. Fine. It's all fine. We can Glowstick the face, we can use a researcher as well. Draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna die otherwise.
These texts! I cannot read them.
That's an interesting alternative, because this will reduce down to 1, right? Am I safe at 9?
Faith reveals the way.
No, I'm not. Because they have a new weapon coming up. I don't know what the weapon is.
Now is the time!
Of course. Fuck's sake. I just get hard rolled by Quartzite Crusher for the entire game. And I can't destroy... Maybe I should have destroyed my 4-2 before. Maybe that was actually the correct play.
The sun shines.
You read them. An excellent play.
I'm dead, by the way. I knew they had lethal. Because they have 3 to the face with Corpsicle. Alright, well, that is actually just an unlucky. What are the odds I would be going up against Rainbow Death Knight? Which might even be a Highlander deck for running ports like Crush, which most decks aren't running anymore. Why? We keep at it. It's fine. We don't need to make changes. We're just getting slightly unlucky. Though I might actually want to put another instrument tech in. Although, does it really matter? I've drawn the weapons both games. I just got frozen in the face 2 turns.
What is this place?
The light heals all wounds.
Okay, Glowsticks, we don't need you right now. Starslicer we do need. Okay. This is not an awful opening. Not the best opening, but not awful. We can do something with this. Okay. Again, someone maybe not embracing the new cards. That's fine. It's the opening day of a new set. Why would you? Why would you try the new stuff? Okay, this is chill. My opponent hasn't just raced me out of the blocks.
In the great dark beyond,
Keep breaking the weapon, but there's no point in saving the charge. This weapon is only good when it's played and broken.
Stay alert, my children.
It's just hard Dragon Druid. So we can Cowboy or Divinity early. Or we could not, because he's going to trade the minion out. That's fine. I really could do with breaking this final charge.
ready for wrangling.
I guess we'll do that.
Runes guide me.
Sure, we'll all in. Why not? I just need to draw the Libram of drawing cards, and then we've cracked it. Alright, Ramp Druid is just doing the usual. Ramping their way to glory. Alright, well, that is going to be played. This is also going to be played. We're not going to worry about it. I'm going to try and hold off on the divinities right now. I don't really need to push any more damage than this. Okay. Swipe, swipe, maybe? What are we doing on 5? Button and... Draw a card, Libram. Please, I beg of you. Ah, okay. Hossa. Well, you know what? Change of plans. Liadrin, this is why you're in the deck.
Reporting for duty.
Turn to the light! Turn to the light! Turn to the light!
Doesn't matter, we won. I can't count. I forgot we'd actually been putting up some form of pressure this game for a change of pace. Alright, you know what? We have one on the board. I really want to play the other card, but I think I'm actually going to make a small change. I wanted to play the new card, I wanted to play the new one-drop, but I think it's so important I get that weapon. I think I'm actually going to put the other instrument tech in. Yeah, Orbital Satellite, I'm sorry. I just need instrument tech. If I don't have that weapon destroyed, it's actually just brutal. And getting frozen in the face actually requires me to get the other instrument tech as quickly as possible. I think that is a reasonable change. I also probably should consider putting another one-drop in the deck since I'm kind of tempo-orientated. For now, though, I will keep things as they are. Alright, small change. We'll stay at 1 and 2.
Yrel versus Nemzi.
Let's have some fun.
The light heals all wounds.
The other reason, by the way, why I reset is I had a game crash as well. We were probably about to lose the game, but I thought, you know what? We've had tech issues. We've had some game issues. We'll just reset it. And I've changed the deck slightly. Okay, this is more like the start that I want. We get to play a 1-drop. We can play a 2-drop. I'm definitely going to grab the instrument tech because I think breaking the weapon is the correct play. It's fucking insanity, Warlock. Are you kidding me? One thing I've noted of this expansion so far, no one wants to play the new stuff. Which is fine. You know, if you don't want to play the new stuff, you don't want to play the new stuff, I suppose. But it feels a little bit of a shame, no? How do I want to do this, by the way?
Prophet, guide me.
I think we just play on curve. I was toying with coining out the weapon immediately. Which might have been the correct play, to be honest with you. Wow. That's a big boy. Well, I can't trade into that right now. Okay, this feels pretty terrible, but I think I have to.
Into the unknown.
It gets the buff. It can trade into the 6/6 next turn. It's quite hard to remove, unless they have hard removal. Oh my god. What is this? What is this Warlock? We can kill it next turn, it's fine. And they've wasted the buff on this thing. That's completely fine. And we have lifesteal. Okay, we're actually so bad. Don't crash, game. Please, not like this. Not like this! Okay, we're back.
Runes, guide me.
We are on 12 health, you're right, but I have a holy glow stick with someone's name on it.
Sorry, we don't have any ink. Shining's only good for smashing.
That's fine. Can I cast a holy spell with the Glowsticks? I can do the Libram. I think I will be doing the Libram.
Runes, guide me.
Why did I hit that? Good question.
Starlight, guide me.
We'll just send this to the face. Should have probably have protected my face a bit more then. Whatever. 9 health is fine. I'm sure they don't have 9 charge damage. And look, I'm threatening lethal.
Sorry,
Kind of.
we don't have
6,
any ink.
9, 11. If I just draw a simple... +3/+3, we win the game.
These texts! I cannot read them.
Ah!
An excellent plan.
Runes guide me! Turn to the light! Turn to the light! Turn
All right.
to the light!
Honestly, Warlock, you played silly there. I appreciate it, but you played a silly game. And as a result, you get a silly answer of me killing you on turn 6. Also, I say that it's Hearthstone that's struggling right now. It might be my internet. My stream seems to be unstable right now. It's probably all of the fireworks going on outside. They're messing up my internet somehow, right? I'm sure that's the way that works.
Yrel versus the Lich King.
Okay, in the games you probably won't see because of the crashes. I did go up against Starship Death Knight and they would have beat me. Alarmingly, they would have beat me basically without interacting with the Starship mechanic, though. They just beat me with tempo, which is actually what caused me to change my deck so dramatically. And I say dramatically, I changed like 3 cards. 3 or 4 cards. Because I kept getting this scenario where I didn't have a 1 or a 2 drop. Okay. That's better, at the very least.
Nothing gets past my hounds.
That is what we're going to be playing, I think. Yeah.
To perfection.
It has a bit of a feeling, as I've been playing this, of Window Shop at Demon Hunter. Where you need to get your weapon or instrument tech by like 3, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Alright, this is Razzle Dazzle, Death Knight. If we go tall enough, they won't be able to deal with it.
Runes guide me!
The problem is the Razzle Dazzle turn. I don't really have an answer for it. I guess it's going to be a quality plus a board of minions. Actually, Yrel could do it, because we could get the Libram of turn everyone into 1 health minions, and then use Luther to get concentration. It's pretty expensive as turns go, though, so...
There is time for prayer and time for action.
Runes guide me!
Right, next turn we break the weapon, Libram of Wisdom becomes 0. I have 8 health back. I've got Liadrin in the deck as well to get me some of these cards back. We are going to be eternally frozen by Quartzite Crusher and lose the game. Okay. Cool. Well-designed weapon, by the way. So my only out is to find the weapon again.
Faith reveals
The
the way.
stars above shall light our way.
I think this counts. Oh no, it's play, not summon. Sorry, it doesn't count. Of course it doesn't. This fucking sucks. I could break the weapon, by the way, with... what's his name? The Libram of Justice. Maybe I have to. But it really just breaks my answer to their big Razzle Dazzle. I just don't have one other than that. So I feel like I'm going to lose if I do this.
Guide me.
But am I just going to lose if I don't do this?
Faith reveals the way. I have little time.
Ready for wrangling.
Into the unknown.
Turn to the light! Turn to the light! Turn to the light!
We can play Libram of Hope now. I'm not a huge fan of this play. I have a board at the very least that can quality and then just trade if I absolutely have to in the Razzle Dazzle turn. Still have only seen one rune as well so far, so I don't actually know exactly what that deck is yet. Okay, we're slightly back at the very least. Also worth noting, since I have Liadrin in hand, I should be more willing to burn divinities at not 0, because I'm going to get them back anyway. Another fun play we could make is lifesteal. Okay, it's the control area. We could lifesteal with Holy Glowstick one of our own minions, so that Liadrin brings it back. I think it's a bit too niche a play, but it's something we could do.
Prophet, guide me.
Well, this is going to lead to eternally being frozen in the face, but what can I do?
Above shall light our way.
I am working.
Guide me! I have little time.
Liadrin's going to be a refill. Okay, I pushed 8 still. Well, kind of. Yeah. Okay. Time to go.
Shatrak will not fall in vain.
Need to split these up slightly.
Guide me!
You lost it.
And I'll settle at like around 14. If I can get these 2 Librams down to 0, then it's obviously huge. And if I can break my weapon next turn, which there's a decent chance I can, then that's probably going to be backbreaking for my opponent. Even though they are triple blood Death Knight, like the hard control deck. Okay, that's going to go pretty big.
Runes, guide me!
Wait, I'm gonna get eaten, aren't I? I'm gonna get Giga Munched. How do I not get Giga Munched here? I kind of need to bait out Gigamonch.
Guide me!
I have a stupid plan, which might require them to go to, like, insane health.
Reporting for duty.
Basically, the plan is, if they munch this, they can't munch Lynessa, and Lynessa will get bigger than the 18-18. Now, they can actually trade everything in to kill this, but I still have minions on board. Yeah, that's what I needed to be gone. They probably still have some other form of hard removal here, and also, how am I going to deal with the Primus? Good question. The answer is I'm probably not going to deal with the Primus.
Blood.
And eventually grind my way through. Actually, I guess the answer is Uther. Oh my god, I could Lynessa, Uther... Oh well, I don't really want to qualify by Lynessa, do I? Wow. You have lethal, do you? I guess I have to kill the Primus here. Otherwise, I do a little thing called losing. So, hang on a minute. 1... 5... Wait, I can't do what I want to do. 6...
What to do?
Real fake gold.
Oh my god, I'm so lucky.
In the light, we are one.
I'm so unbelievably lucky. We might still lose this, to be honest with you, because they probably have 3 to the face. But that was like the only route I think that can lead me to success. Or it's the most likely one that leads me to success. I just need not Corpsicle.
Your souls belong to the last.
Alright, I didn't expect kill command, I will concede. Did not expect kill command to kill me there from Death Knight. Alright, fair enough. Unironically, that's like a worst possible matchup. Because we want to make one big guy, and they have ways of dealing with one big guy. They also gained, I don't know how much health over the course of that game, but a lot.
Yrel versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
The light heals all wounds.
Okay, do I want Salesman from the opening? I think as long as I've got Wanderer, I'm fine to not have Salesman. I just want 1 1-drop.
Guess who?
Well, you hate to put the 2-1 into the 1-1. If only I had a 2-2 for 1. Whatever. Fine, trade. I don't care. Your purpose was to buff one of these guys. Wow. They really want their secrets. Wait, they didn't trade. They went face. Okay. Fuck you then, I'll go face. If you won't trade, I won't trade. The problem with this right now, I think I can't actually trade into this anymore. I definitely can't now. Is that it's probably +3/+3 or something like that.
In the great dark beyond, there is still light.
So I'm pretty sure I need to chill for another turn. Oh, hidden meaning. Baited. I thought it was +3/+3. I forgot what the secret's called. I couldn't risk it. Now I can risk it though, opponent. Holy opening, Batman. Secret Hunter has had the best opening they possibly can have.
To battle!
That bait and switch is what I was expecting. But it's fine, we can play around this now.
Starlight, guide me.
Ready for wrangling.
I can't count, I'm dumb. I thought this was going to become a 1-cost. It's okay. You know what? We just burn it. We're in an aggro matchup right now that I'm losing. I'll burn the card. We've also got Liadrin. Liadrin will refill me. I actually thought Liadrin was a bit of a meme card for this deck, but the more and more I'm playing it, the more and more I realize it's actually not. It's a very important refill.
Sparkle.
Wait, can I bounce this back, please? I bet you it isn't that. Okay. You probably have Ice Trap in that deck, right? Which actually is fine with this, because this becomes 1 regardless. Yeah. So that's actually fine, to bait it out. Then the last one will be Hidden Meaning again.
Starlight, guide me.
The last one isn't Hidden Meaning. It's Rat Trap or Explosive. We just need to be a control deck for a while. Eventually I can stop being a control deck, okay? I'm going to assume Explosive. But I'm just going to leave my board as is. I'm actually quite content right now. Or am I?
What to do?
In the great dark beyond, there is still light.
Explosive. It's fine.
Starlight, guide me.
To perfection.
I'm making a little bit of a risky play here as well. Firstly, popping Hidden Meaning, which I probably shouldn't have done. But I've not got a spell for the glow stick, but I should be able to literally Liadrin something at this point. Okay, I misplayed. I shouldn't have let that pop. I knew what it was. A holy spell would go crazy here. Fine.
Starlight, guide me.
The trades are really awkward again.
Starlight, guide me.
I have to do this in case it's +3/+3.
Starlight, guide me.
I have little time. Runes guide me!
Job done.
I'm gonna get kill commanded. There wasn't a lot I could do. Well, I guess I could have just not swung. But I don't think Liadrin's going to do it for me because there's no healing in Liadrin. Yeah, Patchwork Pal's fault for that. Alright, fair enough. I played that poorly. I deserve to lose. I guess what I should do in that matchup, it was a bit of... I will say about it, I definitely misplayed it, but I think a bit of that was me not being comfortable with the fact that I would outvalue the Hunter deck eventually. But maybe they didn't have any value. I thought it was going to be Discover Hunter with like the secret package on it, but I only ever saw the secret package with some token stuff, so maybe it wasn't. Perhaps I should have just got to the point where I could get Yrel and get the +8 health thing with Taunt, and eventually that would have broke my opponent's back. I just never attacked them. I think that was the winner's choice. I think as soon as I attacked into... Well, two things. I think as soon as I popped Instrument Tech to break their hidden meaning, I lost the game. But also attacking into... not Flame Strike. What's it called? Fire Trap thing. That's not a good play. Explosive Trap. That probably also saw to me that I was going to lose the game.
Time runs out on me.
It would just been worth keeping the minions.
The stars above shall light our way.
Coin weapon is going to be the question here. I don't have a 3-play right now, which is kind of putting me off doing it. It's also Big Spell Mage. That could be a 3-play.
Runes guide me!
The actual dream here is I draw the other weapon, top deck it now. I would just play it and break it. That's probably the best opening I can have. It doesn't matter because I'm going to get Tsunami'd on turn 5, and I won't be able to recover from that as this deck. Oh, they have 2 of the pieces already in hand. The cheap spell and the big spell. And we're on turn 3. I also don't have a minion anymore because I would have considered Libram of Divinity a minion. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Alright, we lose. I think if we were going to win this, I had to get underneath them, and pushing the button on 3 is too big a tempo loss. Which is a shame, because more than half my deck is cheaper than 3, I just couldn't find any of the cards. I think if we're going to win now, it's actually possibly Yrel, so maybe Yrel gives me an opportunity. It's to get the big Divine Shield Taunt guy and just put up a wall. Yeah, we lose next turn.
In the great dark
Runes
beyond,
guide me!
Sunset Volley or Tsunami. I'm pretty certain Tsunami's worse for me. Okay. We still don't have a chance, but... Oh my god. Of all the things to get as well. Wow. What is the out here for me? There really isn't one, right? Lynessa wouldn't live. Salesman doesn't do anything. Yrel, I've discounted Librams by 3, right? So if I play Yrel, kill Yrel, I can play the heal the turn afterwards. So I guess that's the correct choice. But it feels really shit.
There is time for prayer and time for action.
Or do I leave this up? I was going to trade, but why would I trade? I guess in case they have some fucking way to steal it, I don't know. We're dead anyway. Oh, they got Tsunami as well in hand. Yeah. You actually can't beat that for most decks. Certainly not this one. The dream opening. Well, near the dream opening. Alright, I'll give this one more run. I will say, this is actually performing worse than I thought. I'm pretty convinced this isn't tier 2. Maybe this is not the best iteration of the deck, I will concede, but... It's a deck that you can't ever be behind with, but you're not aggressive enough to stay in front of them, so it's just like, it does nothing.
Yrel versus Ragnaros.
By fire be purged!
The light heals
Well,
all wounds.
close to the best opening I can hope for, I think. Getting the Slicer. I've got 3 discounters, okay? I can't really do much better than this. And I got a 1-drop.
This stars above.
Close to the perfect opening for this deck. I guess an alternate way of making this deck as well, potentially, maybe this is going to be the better way of doing it, is effectively you turn it into a hand buff deck type thing, and you just put all these huge buffing cards after you, generate copies of them with Liadrin, and you just throw them all in a fucking Leroy and just send it to the face. Shockhopper. What an interesting card to put in your deck, sir. You can trade with me, okay? Why would you have a Shockhopper in your deck? What are you? Oh, you're an Elemental Shaman, aren't you? Yeah. Again, we need to be ahead of this deck, and it's going to be really hard. At least it didn't do anything on turn 1, but...
I should beat you.
Unironically, this is a pretty huge opening. Now, I do need to draw the Librams as well, I suppose. But I can break my own weapon.
Hang on! It's a rocky ride!
Hold. That's pointless now. We shouldn't swing either, because I want this second one to break as fast as is humanly possible. Draw last like a genius.
Runes guide me.
Okay, we are nearly through all the garbage cards I have to play before my deck actually functions. I've lost the board already. We need a Yrel yesterday. Cool.
In the great dark beyond, there is still light.
We're probably dead.
Runes guide me.
As I don't have a good way to restore health, and they've probably got the elemental that's just going to wipe my board out at some point and just kill me. Okay, well, I've drawn a Libram. It's unfortunately extremely slow at this point, but I've got it.
Starlight, guide me.
I'm dead, but I've got it. Jesus Christ. I don't even know. This wasn't even a bad game for this deck, but it can't be aggro deck, which is a shame. Do you have 1 damage? Do you have a Lamplighter? Yes. Okay. Alright, we'll call it there with Libram Paladin. It's actually way worse than I thought. It's nowhere near tier 2. This might actually not be a tier 3 deck. It's so bad. It's fun. It hits the nostalgia thing, but honestly, it hits the nostalgia thing of the Librams before they were a viable archetype. Anyway, if you enjoyed this YouTube, why not leave a like, comment, subscribe. Again, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll cut together some stuff. You'll find out when you see the video. But I had some really iffy games at first as well. But maybe I'll smash them together as some sort of like combined video and do some editing. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you again next time. Bye.